Good evening and a very warm welcome to Honorable Chief Guest, Dean, Coordinator Sir, faculty members, attendees and students. I, Aditi Gupta of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, pursuing graduation in food and nutrition, welcome you all on the behalf of our department. As Mahatma Gandhi said, it is health that is real wealth and not the pieces of gold and silver. Today, we have gathered here to celebrate the National Dietetics Day, which is celebrated every year on 10th Jan, started by Indian Dietetics Association, IDA. IDA started celebrating the day from year 2015, and last year's theme was Anemia Mukt Bharat. As we all have been dealing with the pandemic for almost a year now, the IDA has come up with this year's theme, that is Dietetics in Digital Era, Opportunities and Challenges. As the theme says, digitalization has been playing a key role to enable functioning of world's economy, versatile working, learning opportunities as well as social connectivity. This digital era has also provided endorsement in the field of nutrition and dietetics by rapid acceleration on development of protocols for dietetics by researchers, whether managing the food security or treatment of diseases. The technical ways are utilized in teleconferencing for treatments, development of health apps, managing hospital and clinic practices, supervising physical activity. This pandemic has not let dietetics and health professionals remain untouched. In fact, consulting for diet plans, lifestyle information on their fingertips via webinars or other digital platforms. So it is quite clear that there is no other better way to connect academicians and health freaks by hosting this webinar. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Dean, Faculty of Doctoral Studies and Research of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. Santosh Dhar ma'am, to share her thoughts.
The keynote speaker for today's occasion, Professor Shailja Jain, Head Department of Home Sciences, Government KRGPG Auto College, Department of Food and Nutrition, Gwalior, Dr. Uttam Sharma, Coordinator of Sri Vaishnav Home Science, Convener Dr. Deepali Saxena, other faculty members of the Institute, and students, a warm welcome to National Dietetics Day celebration 2021. Dietetics is the science of food, the nutrients and other substances, therein their action, interaction, and balance in relation to health and disease, and the processes by which the organism ingests, digests, absorbs, transports, utilizes, and excretes food substances. A healthful diet typically includes nutrient-dense foods from all major food groups, including lean proteins, whole grains, healthful fats, and fruits and vegetables. Healthful eating also means replacing foods that contain trans fats, added salt, sugar with more nutritious options. Healthful diet has many health benefits, including building strong bones, protecting the heart, preventing disease, and even boosting the mood. Eating a well-balanced diet provides all energy you need to keep active throughout the day, the nutrients you need for growth and repair, helping you to stay strong and healthy, and help to prevent diet-related illnesses such as diabetes and even some cancers. The main objective of today's talk is to educate everyone present on this time, on this date, the importance of making proper and smart dietary choices. I'm sure that each one of us present here will have a lot of takeaways for keeping our healthy and smarter. With these words, once again, a warm welcome to today's speaker, Dr. Shelja Jain, and all other participants. Thank you so much. Over to Dr. Deepali.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, all. Good evening, all. Yes, ma'am. Professor Shelja Jain, ma'am. Are you there, ma'am?
Yes, I am here.
Good evening, all of you. Professor
evening.
Shelja
Good
Jain.
evening.
She is the professor and HOD in Home Science Department, Government, KRG-PG Autonomous College, Gwalior, MP, which is affiliated by Jivaji University, Gwalior, MP. Ma'am is also an ex-dean in Faculty of Home Science, Jivaji University. She had a life membership of Indian Dietetics Association and Nutrition Society of America. She is also author of various books, in which one book specially for BSc Nutrition Physiology, which is published by Hindu Granth Academy, Bhopal. She is also external subject expert in the journal Shodhara. Ma'am is also a member of selection committee of Rajasthan PSC and Agriculture University of Gwalior. Ma'am awarded about 20 plus PhD students and number of MSc reports. With the end of this, ma'am, can we proceed, ma'am? We are ready for the lecture, which is functional foods, nutrition, health benefits, and health promotion. Yes, ma'am. Please continue.
Okay. Thank you, Dipali.
Ma'am.
So, good evening, all. Thank you, Madam Santosh Dhar, Dean of the Vaishnav Vidyapeeth University, Professor Uttam Sharma ji, Aditi Gupta, and Dipali. Dipali, can you share my screen?
Ma'am, ma'am, yes, I can, ma'am.
Ah.
Ma'am, there is a green signal is coming in your slide too, ma'am.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Yes, yes. Okay. Share screen.
Can I do it?
Please share which share? वो कहाँ से? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay. जैसा मैडम धर ने बताया कि रोल ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
आप स्क्रीन बड़ा कर लीजिए इसका.
ओके, स्क्रीन हो गया?
It's okay, ma'am.
Yes, it's okay now.
It's ready now.
Okay.
Okay. So today I am going to share my views about functional food. In fact, functional food is nothing. Simply, it is the normal nutrition. Like ma'am told us that balanced diet, balanced diet which is rich in nutrients, protein, fat, carbs. Okay, so there is some nutrients which are found in so many food substances. They make them functional food. Okay, there are some functional ingredients in food which make normal diet to the functional diet. आजकल हमारे यहाँ बहुत ज्यादा प्रचलन बढ़ता जा रहा है फंक्शनल फूड का. ठीक है, इसको हम कह सकते हैं कि कन्वेंशनल फूड और मॉडिफाइड फूड दोनों तरह के हम क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं फंक्शनल फूड को. कन्वेंशनल फूड मींस नॉर्मल फूड्स लाइक होल ग्रेन्स, बीन्स, fruits, vegetables, and spices too. Okay, if we can say that humans for centuries have attributed to diet and food as functional role in health. Understanding of the relationship between food, physiological function, and disease have progressed in recent years, particularly over the past decade. Growing interest in the role of the nutrition that play in our state of well-being has led to the development and marketing of growing spectrum of product called nutraceuticals and functional food. Means nutraceuticals and functional foods all are the synonyms. We can say is designer food, pharma food. So functional food is the natural, a processed food that contains non-biological active compounds, which when is defined quantitative and qualitative amounts provide a clinically proven and documented health benefit. Functional food include processed food or food fortified with health promoting activities like vitamin enriched, like mineral enriched, mineral fortified, and so on. So functional food concept was developed in Japan in early 1980s, and as food for special health use was established in 1991. Japanese started functional food as the food, 3 conditions should be there. They should be part of food, they should be part of in our daily diet, and these have some particular health benefits. So there is no official definition of functional food, but we can define functional food as any food or ingredients that has a positive impact on individual's health, their physical performance, state of mind, in added it to its nutritive value. So, according to Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, functional food defined as the whole food along with fortified, enriched or enhanced food that have a potentially beneficial effect on health when consumed as part of a varied diet on regular basis, or effective as the level based on significant standard of evidence. European Commission defined it as the food which is very much necessary for our well-being. Functional food as a nutraceuticals. Nutraceuticals are functional food which don't only provide mere health benefits but help in effective prevention and treatment of different disease. They may refer to as medical food or food for medical purposes. Food enhanced with functional ingredients. There are so many functional ingredients found in different food substances. Nutraceuticals are natural bioactive chemical compounds that have health promoting, disease preventing or medicinal properties. There are so many superfoods in our daily life which can give us the health benefits like avocado, berries, green tea, olive, eggs, fish, and so on. So functional food, we can categorize functional food as conventional food like whole grains, beans. Like modified food, we can fortify, like iodized salt is very much available. So it is iodized, normal salt is iodized, and the enriched food like folate enriched bread, pasta, enhanced food, there are so many energy bars which can be consumed by youngsters and children's. Snacks, yogurt, formulated with bioactive components. There are so many medical food also which has been formulated for particular diseases like phenylketonuria. Formulas, they are free from alanine. Some foods which are made for special purposes like infant food, weight loss food, gluten-free, lactose-free, conventional foods containing natural bioactive substances. We can add some functional ingredients to these conventional food and modify them into functional food. Foods that have been modified by enrichment of bioactive substances. Some medicines which doctors prescribe for particular condition, they can be also used as the functional food. Some synthesized ingredients like special carbohydrate with probiotic effect. So they are natural. The cereal is the natural or conventional functional food, and it is rich in vitamin B. Outer covering of the cereal like bran is rich in vitamin B and phytonutrients with protein. Endosperm is rich in carbohydrate, which is energy giving. Germ layer is concentrated with mineral such as iron, zinc, with antioxidant vitamin E. So they have all have their own role. Preventing cereals are very good sources of nutrients which can be prevent cancer and cardiovascular disease. They can be reduce tumor incidences, blood pressure, heart risk, and cholesterol lowering effect. They delayed the gastric emptying. There are 7 and so many low glycemic index food grains: barley, buckwheat, oats, wild rice, black rice, bulgur, and quinoa. Quinoa is very good gluten-free and rich in proteins. Oats has beta-glucan, which is the bioactive ingredient. Legumes are also conventional functional food. They are rich source of proteins, minerals, vitamin, omega-3 fatty acids, and non-starch polysaccharides. So beans are very much in demands because they have so many health benefits. They help to protect the human body against cancer. They lower the cholesterol level, lower blood glucose responses. These are the so many pulses and legumes which we use in our daily diet. Soybean is very good legume. It has 40% protein in it, but there is one drawback in it. It has trypsin inhibitor in skin or covering or bran of the soya bean. So if we will use it, we have to process it before consuming it. Otherwise, health benefit will not perform by the soya bean. American Heart Association also recommended the patient with elevated cholesterol should include soy protein food in their diet. Soy has the phytoestrogens, which is called isoflavones. Soya isoflavone are believed to play a role in prostate cancer. So they can reduce the chances of the prostate cancer. Soy isoflavone believed to play a role in bone health also. So these are some benefits of soy protein. Like they help to prevent osteoporosis because it is a rich source of calcium also, boost metabolic activity, improve digestive and bone health, help to lower cholesterol level. It is also useful in the managing weight, diabetes mellitus, and prevent neural tube defects. So it may help in the development of brain. Fruit and vegetables are good source of functional ingredients. So phytonutrients and so many other antioxidants are present in fruits and vegetables. In phytonutrients like lycopene, anthocyanin, beta-carotene, lutein, xanthin, isothiocyanate, and allicin are present in fruits and vegetables. Simultaneously, they are rich in source of vitamin, mineral, antioxidant, and other phytonutrients. They are low in calories and fat, and they provide plenty of soluble fibers, which are helpful for our health. They can reduce obesity, diabetes, CVD, and hypertension. Phytochemicals are present in fruits and vegetables and so many other substances. So they are, for example, they are chemicals which acts as the dietary supplement. For example, isoflavone from soy, antioxidant from vegetable, lycopene from tomatoes. So there are so many phytochemicals present in fruits and vegetables. Carotenoids are the responsible for yellow, orange, red color of fruits and vegetables. So in egg yolk and fish, they are also rich in carotenoids. So beta carotene, alpha carotene, beta cryptoxanthin, leucine, and lycopene are the principal carotenoids found in fruits and vegetables. They have vitamin A activity, means carotene of plant can be converted into vitamin A in our intestine. So we know the benefit of vitamin A. It is very good for our vision, for our immunity, for prevention of infection. So lycopene is the pigment of tomato. So it has also very good effect on our health. It can be used in obesity. It reduces metabolic syndromes, prevent cancer, asthma, infertility, cataract, and it is also useful in the condition of atherosclerosis and heart vascular disease, cardiovascular diseases. So it can, lycopene is very good for the flexibility of our vascular system. So these are the sources of alpha, beta, lycopene, lutein, and beta cryptoxanthin. Green leafy vegetables, papaya, carrot, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, and oranges, cabbage, all are the good sources of this carotenoids. Function of carotenoids, as we have mentioned, that This nowadays also, like in COVID time, they boost up our immunity. They have antioxidant function, pro vitamin A activity, prevent our lifestyle diseases like CVD, cancer, age related disease, and so on. So phenolic compounds are also present in fruits and vegetables. So common classes of flavonoids include flavonols, isoflavones, anthocyanins, catechins. Like uh, catechins found in teas, sulforaphane found in broccoli. Yogurt is also very good for the gastrointestinal health. Uh, so phenolic compound found in fruits and vegetables are classified polyphenol, simple phenolics. In polyphenols, tannins and flavonoids. Simple phenolics, phenolic acid, curcumin are very important. So coffee and tea and wine are also rich in flavonoids. So they can help our body to ward off everyday toxins. So they have powerful antioxidant also. So they can reduce the burden of free radical from our body. Anthocyanin gives purple, red, and blue color to the fruit and vegetables. Berries are very good sources of anthocyanins. So these are the common dietary flavonoids which found in different fruits and vegetables. So we should add colors in our diet. So we can add phytochemical and the flavonoids in our diet. Green tea and black tea are good antioxidant. Green tea is the unfermented leaves which has so many health benefits. They are good for the oral health, weight loss, bone health, blood pressure, liver disease, flu, and all. So black teas are also found, catechins are found in black tea and green tea, and they are very good for our heart health and prevent various form of cancers. Antioxidants, we talked about antioxidant. Fruits and vegetables are rich in antioxidant. They prevent food containing fat and oil from rancidity. So rancidity is due to the oxidation. So antioxidant can prevent oxidation of fats and oil, and that is they prevent developing an unpleasant odor or flavor in fats and oil. They also, like antioxidant and vitamin C is very useful to prevent browning of cut fruits like apple, banana. If we can rub vitamin C on apple and banana, so we can prevent browning or brown coloration on fruits. So antioxidant can neutralize free radical, reduce heart disease, cancer risk, and they found in so many food substances. So walnuts are very good for brain, and they are a good source of omega-3, omega-6. Cranberry is rich in antioxidant. Dark chocolate is also very good for heart, and because it is a rich source of antioxidant. Strawberry, raspberry, blueberries, all are good sources of antioxidants. Probiotics are very much useful in our daily diet. Best example of probiotic is yogurt, because putting live culture in milk, we can prepare yogurt. So probiotic means it is functional. It works as the functional food, because beside basic nutrition, it gives so many health benefits to our body. These are the live microorganism. So especially lactobacillus bacteria, streptococcus bacteria are human friendly bacteria. Probiotic yogurt is known to exert positive response towards lactose intolerance people. Lactose intolerance people never take milk and milk products, but they can consume probiotic yogurt. So they have so many health benefits. So probiotics regulate the absorption of mineral, gases, water. They prevent reproduction of pathogenic microflora. They are antagonists to harmful microorganisms. They help in digestion of protein, carbohydrates. They normalize the level of cholesterol and also improve digestion. Dietary supplements are also used as the functional food. So dietary ingredients intended to supplement the diet means they are not the dietary ingredient, but they are supplements of the diet. So they exclude conventional food or sole item of a meal or the diet. Means they can vitamins, mineral, herb, and other botanicals are supplemented to the diet as a drug or as a supplement. These are the dietary supplements. So if we are on dietary supplement, it is very necessary to see the supplement facts on the label. Otherwise, it is not advisable to take dietary supplement. Means the doses and daily value should be written on the label. If there is some botanical supplements, so the common name of botanical supplement should be mentioned on the label. So there are so many benefits of dietary supplements. They improve immune function, improve vitamin and mineral level. They improve our health. They increased our well-being. They are safe for potential health threats. Increased deficiency found in body. Especially in the condition of nutritional deficiency, we should supplement our diet with dietary supplements. So there are so many traditional herbs remedies which can be worked as the diet supplement. In our kitchen, there are so many medicinal herbs which we can use as the supplement or immunity boosters. Like oregano, they help our smooth stomach muscles. Mint is also useful in the hiccupus and for the digestion. Ginger is also anti-nausea. It is good for throat. It is anti-inflammatory, antiseptic. Garlic is also antiseptic. Fenugreek, fennel, clove, sage, thyme, turmeric, all basils, all has very good potential effect, positive impact on our health. Omega-3 fatty acid is a very good source of health booster. So eicosapentaenoic acid helps to reduce inflammation, and also it helps in reducing the symptoms of depression. Docosahexaenoic acid is also the PUFA polyunsaturated fatty acid. It is good for the brain development. And alpha-linoleic acid, it is also appears to have the benefit of the heart, immune system, and nervous system. These are the sources of omega-3 fatty acid which can be used in liberal amount in our daily diets. Function of functional foods, we saw the cardiovascular all over our body is very much benefited by the functional foods. So there are some emerging trends or technologies which make food functional, and before going for the functional food, we have to see that they should enhance product smell, taste, optimize their texture, stabilize product ingredients, improve body's defenses, maintain food safety, managing reasonable product cost. So functional food, there are so many functional food products are in the market, but before launching them in the market, we have to identify relationship between food component and health benefit, demonstrate efficacy, and determine intake level necessary to achieve desired effect. So intake level is very necessary. Otherwise, instead of benefit, we can get harm from the functional food too. Demonstrate safety at efficacious level. Develop suitable food vehicle for bioactive component. Like for example, milk is very good food vehicle for the calcium, for the vitamin D supplement, fortification or enrichment. Demonstrate scientific sufficiency of evidence of efficacy, and we should communicate benefit to the customers. Conduct in market confirmation of efficacy and safety. Safeties they should be on ISI standards. So in Indian market also, there are so many functional foods are in. Fortified juice with vitamins, minerals, and gluten-free products. lactose-free product for lactose intolerance people, soy-based product, energy bars, fortified milkshakes, and added fiber, sprouted cereals are also in Indian market. So vitamin, mineral, other product containing supplement are also being in the market. So they all supplements are useful for the infants, for children, growing youngs, and so on. India's nutrition supplement market is set to boom over the next few years. So functional food not only give health benefit, but also profitability to the manufacturer, as the retailing is at the much higher cost as compared to the conventional food. Young Indians are very good consumer of the all functional foods. So we can say functional food offers great potential to improve health or help prevent certain diseases when taken as part of balanced diet. So balanced diet should be must, and it is very good for our healthy lifestyle. Functional food for one consumer can act as the nutraceutical, for another consumer as the antioxidant or as the supplement. Many food products containing component with health benefit are being incorporated with many other beneficial component for desirable physiological change. Last but not the least, I have to say that we should remember 3 P's. That the functional food should prevent nutritional deficiencies. They protect against disease. They promote growth and development of any age, like in infants, adolescent, elderly, and adults, and in different conditions like in pregnancy and in lactating conditions. So thank you.
Yes, Aditi.
Any questions? Okay.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening the knowledge of functional foods, which has various health benefits. With your permission, we would like to take some questions from the participants.
Yes.
Yes,
Ma'am, if you're
question,
able to see
please.
the questions from the chat box, and I request the participants to please mention the question in the chat box.
Chat box.
Yes, anyone asks 2 questions?
Chat box. Chat box. This is chat box.
Yes, one question. What are the best functional food products? Now, one question came from Mansi,
Huh?
which is
In my opinion, yogurt or fermented foods are best functional food because they are good source of vitamin B, vitamin C, and they are intestinal friendly foods. And depends on the condition which food is very good as a functional food. Suppose if there is milk or lactose intolerance, then yogurt is very good functional food. But if there is gluten intolerance, that it may not be good functional food. It depends on the condition of the patient or normal being.
I think Mansi get answers. Anyone?
If there is protein deficiency, that protein rich food are the good functional food, milk products, and fortified milk, fortified juices. Okay.
Now, one question also came from Dr. Kamini ma'am.
Yes.
She's a principal in Sam College, Bhopal. She's asking about sprout moong is more nutritious or which another pulse, I think. Sprout moong is more nutrition or another sprouted beans.
Yes. Yes, sprouted beans are very nutritious because in sprouting vitamin B and vitamin C increases, and the bioavailability of proteins and digestibility of carbs also increases. And if we use sprouted pulse plus sprouted wheat, means cereal plus pulses, both are sprouted, then we can get more benefits out of it. because pulses, we know the lack in methionine, and cereals are lack in lysine, so they can complement each other. So we can get the good quality of protein also.
Ma'am, one question also came, which is came from Dr.
Yes.
Sonika ma'am, who is my colleague. She is
Ye-
asking about
Yes.
some immunity boosting foods.
Yes, immunity boosting foods like in this in our kitchen, garlic, basil leaves, curry leaves, ginger, they all have bioactive components. Like cinnamon is also very good immunity booster. Like mulethi is also very good immunity booster. Mulethi and long clove, yes,
Ma'am,
clove and drumstick leaves,
ma'am,
yes,
she want a
drumsticks.
healthy suggestion. She is a ma'am 9 months pregnant woman.
Yes, yes. For immunity boosting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So, okay, she should add milk and high quality protein. If she is non-vegetarian, she can add egg. Okay,
Actually, ma'am,
and she can.
she is vegetarian, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, she is vegetarian. And
Okay. If she is vegetarian, then she can add paneer plus dalia. Dalia is very good source of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and carbs with milk. Okay, and she can make a smoothie of fruits and vegetable. So she can take fiber and minerals and vitamin from smoothie, or she can use and for the energy she can add butter in soups. So soup also improve her digestion or her appetite. So she can take more. Okay.
ma'am, one question also came. What are the good foods
Yes.
for addressing migraine problem? Asked by Dr.
Migraine
Nikita
problem.
Jain, ma'am.
Okay. So sometimes migraine have their own unknown causes. Sometimes it is due to the gas. So I think gas forming food should be avoided in migraine cases. Okay. So we can like gas forming pulses, milk. Okay. So for the migraine, I don't think any particular food is very good for the migraine.
Is there one question also
Okay.
coming?
Yes.
Like what kind of diet or food is taken if patient suffer from constipation?
Constipation, high fiber diet. We can use our normal diet as the therapeutic diet. We can modify it. So if normal diet has at least 30 grams of fiber should be included in their diet for relieving constipation. So soluble fiber as well as insoluble fiber. Like insoluble fiber with skin, we can take the kheera, pomegranate. Like sage is very good for relieving constipation. Drumstick leaves decoction is very good for relieving constipation. She can take at least for 1 month. Drumstick leaf decoction. Just take the leaves, clean it, and boil it, and make it half, and take early in the morning.
Okay, I think.
And whole grains, fermented food are also good for the relieving constipation symptoms.
Now one question: all vegetarian foods for sports person.
Sports person.
Yes,
Okay, so there are many energy drinks are available for a sports person, and we can make at home also energy drinks like banana. For the antioxidant in the morning, we can take beetroot, carrot, and bottle gourd juice. They are rich in antioxidant. Plus, we can add one orange or lime or this quinoa. So it may help in absorption of the iron. So we can add this, no added sugar. Okay, and rich protein drinks also like milk shakes, banana shake, seasonal fruit shakes. We can say, raspberry shake.
Good source.
Yes. Which?
Tofu, ma'am, soya paneer.
Yes, tofu is good source of proteins, and it is also rich in energy, so they can take. Yes, veg protein.
One question
Yes.
Continuously. Some functional foods have side effects like bloating and stomach ache. So adding them in daily consumption is safe? Can we diagnose their side effects?
Yes. No, there is no side effect, but if we take the supplement all, then level should be decided. So the diet should be balanced diet. As per the recommended allowances, we should never take more than the recommended allowances of our nutrients. Okay, so excess of everything is bad. So they should limit their level and doses. Okay, and like simple meal simple meal rules should be followed by them, like we can eat heavy breakfast, lunch, simple lunch, and at the time of dinner we have to take very light and easily digestible, and intermittent fasting is also very much necessary to get rid of these bloating and digestion problems.
Okay, ma'am. One question also came, ma'am, which came from Dr. Pooja Mutreja, who is physiotherapist. She's asking
Yes.
about what kind of foods suggest an acidity problem.
Acidity problem. So which alkaline pH valued food should include in our diet, like cold milk with half milk and half this water. Means okay, and Sof is very good for acidity problem. Okay, citrus fruit should not be taken alone. Okay, if she will take lemon, it is acidic, but if she put in hot water, it may become alkaline, so she can take with honey and all.
One participant also who is working in Jagdish Foods Private Limited company. I think she is quality control officer in that company. She is asking about functional food
Okay.
given to a person who is above 55 years old and have constipation with joint pain problem and diabetic also. Joint pain, diabetic, and old
Okay.
age. Combination of three, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Anita Rao.
Okay. Joint pain, diabetes, and
55.
constipation.
Old age.
Okay. So old age, yes. So high fiber food first thing. Low glycemic food, no sugars added food. Okay, and plenty of water, or juices, buttermilk. She or he can add buttermilk, buttermilk products, fermented products, sprouted products in their diet. Okay, no sweets.
No sweet.
And sweet potato is also very good. It is with milk we can take sweet potato. It is carbohydrate rich, but it is low in sodium and high in fiber. So in one serving they can take it. Okay. So fresh fruits and vegetable, instead of juice they can add fruits and vegetable as a whole.
Ma'am, questions are continuously. If anyone want to
Yes.
ask ma'am some questions,
Yes.
please ask on
Yes.
their email ID too. Ma'am, someone asks what it is used raw protein for sake of muscle development. Raw protein.
Raw protein.
Yes, ma'am. Questions is coming continuously.
Yes. What do you mean by raw protein? Like
egg, raw egg.
like raw egg protein?
Yes, ma'am.
No. We should at least raw egg protein is not good in a say like as a drink they can take, but slightly microwave it or so.
Ma'am, what kind of food is good for reduce weight?
Reduce weight, low calorie food.
One question, ma'am, asked by all.
Yes. Low calorie food, high fiber food, low in carbs and fats. Okay. So saturated fat is totally avoid to reduce weight. Okay. So they can eat high fiber food, low in caloric food. Okay. Carbohydrate, low carbohydrate food. Fruits and vegetable, they should include lot of fruits and vegetable in their diet. Okay. And after having meal, they should not drink water immediately. They should wait after an hour and then eat.
I also follow it, but it cannot succeeded.
Yes. Physiology is very much different है ना, theory and practice is totally different. So because because there is fat cell theory for the obesity, and if fat is deposited and the number of cells are remain there, so it is very difficult to lose the weight.
Yes, ma'am. One question.
So we should maintain tone or muscle tone. We should maintain our muscle tone.
Yes, ma'am. We can maintain. Now, one question coming from Dr. Neha Prasad, who is ex-faculty in Science College, Gwalior. She's asking about any specific functional foods that maintaining thyroid.
Thyroid?
Yes, ma'am. Dr. Neha Prasad is asking ma'am this question.
Okay. So thyroid, we should reduce the goitrogenic foods like cruciferous vegetables,
Cabbage,
onions, and beetroot, है ना, शलजम, ये सब नहीं लेना है. और specifically iodine rich food. Okay, and besides the food, it is very good to exercise.
Yes, ma'am. Exercise.
Like pranayam and all.
Yeah. Ma'am, one question.
So she should avoid goitrogenic foods.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay.
And one last question. If anybody wants to ask any question, email ID is there in ma'am's slide, first slide. Please, you can get your answers directly from there. Ma'am, last question. It is right way to eat raw soya chunks directly, or please tell about any other side effect of it. Eat raw soya chunks.
No, raw soybean is not advisable. First of all, you should remove the skin of the soybean, because there are trypsin inhibitor in the skin of soybean, which can inhibit our protein digestion. Trypsin is the enzyme which digests proteins, so it inhibits it. So we never take
soya chunks. Ma'am, she's asking about soya chunks. Soya
chunks are ready-made.
Yes, ma'am. Soya nuggets.
Ready-made.
Yes, ma'am.
Nuggets. Okay. So how could she take raw?
I think
first just boil it and no, not raw. Okay.
Ma'am,
not advisable raw.
Okay. I think Anita Rawat, you get your answers, and all other the participants. I request ma'am or sir, please, any questions to ma'am? Sharma sir, ma'am, Dhar ma'am, Aditi, any
questions? No, there all the questions, all the curiosity was in what was in my mind. It is cleared by ma'am with some other participants' questions.
Okay, ma'am.
So it's okay from my side.
Thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity. I am very happy to see Deepali and you all there.
Ma'am, any query, ma'am? Any?
No, actually, many questions were answered. Our queries were answered by when other people asked the question. Especially, I just wanted to ask about, acidity, reflux.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask about that. But I think Madam has already answered that question.
Yes, I will. Yes, acid reflux is so many times is there. So you should, practically, it is Dadi Nani Ma Nuskha, just say like mishri and sof, half roasted and half raw sof, moti sof jo aata hai, and mix it with mishri, dela mishri. And after food you have to take this, so definitely it will reduce your acidity problem. Otherwise, anti-acid as a supplement you can take.
Many times when it becomes too much, then you take anti-acid something, but then
yes, if too much, yes. Okay, otherwise alkaline food should be included in our diets. Okay, like लौकी का juice, ये पेठा जो आते हैं ना, ये पेठा क्या होता है, white पेठा या white pumpkin. It is also alkaline. We can take the juice of white petha and lauki juice in our diet, so it also reduces our acidity.
Juice means raw lauki.
Raw lauki ka juice, yes. And or jo this white pumpkin petha. So its juice is also very good for acidity because it is alkaline in nature.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. It was very informative.
Thank you,
very informative.
Yes, Aditi, proceed.
Aditi.
Yes, Aditi.
So, on the behalf of everyone, I would like to thank Professor Shailja Jain ma'am for this insightful talk about functional foods. Now I invite our Honorable Coordinator of Sri Vaishnav Institute of Home Science, Dr. Uttam Sharma sir, to share vote of thanks.
Well, I am not honorable. On behalf of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapit Vishwavidyalaya and Department of Home Science, I would like to thank our today's resource person, Dr. Shailaja Jain, Professor and Head, Department of Food and Nutrition, for celebrating National Dietitian Day at our university and delivering a superb lecture on the functional food. And apart from that, there were a lot of queries and questions, and you gave answer of all the question in a nice way. So there might be a lot of other questions, so participants can directly mail to Jain ma'am.
Yes.
I would like
You're
to
most
thank.
welcome.
I would like to thank our Dean Madam, Dean Doctoral Research and Studies, Dr. Santosh Dhar Madam, for sparing her valuable time. I would like to thank all the participants who has participated. Thanks to the faculty of my department, Dr. Dipali Saxena, and other student volunteers for taking active participation to celebrate this National Dietitian Day, and that too on a Sunday. So I must thanks twice to each and everyone that we work for 24 hours and on Sundays and holidays also. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Aditi.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you,
ma'am, and after this, when the situation will become normalized, then
Yes.
we would like to invite you to our university. And
Yes.
Dr. Santosh Dhar is also heading this Institute of Social Science, and this Home Science Department is under also Dhar Madam. So we will call you to our university for taking advantage of your experience and further discussions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Aditi,
Thank
proceed.
you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for your valuable presence and active participation. This concludes today's webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
ठीक है दीपाली मैम, थैंक यू जैन मैम, थैंक यू
Thank you.